All right, well, now's the time in the evening where we bring on our guest speaker. So it is a really good topic. I have to say, and I did say this in my video today, out of all the tools online, if I could only choose one, if I was only ever allowed to have one tool, the one that I would choose would be a CRM. I would choose that above my website. I would choose it above social media. I'd choose it above everything else. And you'll find out why tonight. I'm sure as Quan sort of talks to us about some of the amazing stuff he's got in his particular tool. So if you haven't met Quan before, he is the CEO of NexLvL. And that is an automated CRM and AI solution. He works with businesses and business leaders around the world. So he's got a global organization and he really helps them to implement automations into their business. So it frees up time, frees up money, and helps to have staff deployed in other more productive areas than just repetitive tasks. And he's really looking to drive exponential business growth in the businesses that he works with. He's an absolute legend. He is very good at what he does, very clever with what he's got. And he's developed a platform here, which really is NexLvL. So he's also launched an amazing AI employee creation software. So I'm hoping he's going to sort of chat a wee bit about that tonight. He may not sort of talk too much about it, but this here is really incredible as well too. And I think there was a survey done of employees and something like 80% of employees were worried that they were going to lose their jobs to AI, which is probably true. So some will definitely lose their jobs to AI, but there's an incredible opportunity for those that embrace AI to start to use it and create a new wave out there as well too. But tonight is all about NexLvL. It is about the CRM. So I'd like you to put your hands together and let's welcome to the stage Quan Nguyen.
Thank you, Nick. Hey guys, how are you? So yeah, just on that topic, one of the jobs that is going already is live chat agents and online support staff. So those sort of live chat agents, online support staff, AI is already taking their jobs. We have a few customers that are using our technology to pretty much like get rid of all of their online support staff and putting them into other areas of the business. So yeah, it's definitely happening already. But what I'll do, guys, I was going to do a presentation originally, but then I thought, you know what, it's a smaller group. And I thought what we could do is make it a little bit more personal and almost make it a bit conversational so that you're going to get a lot more out of it rather than me just showing you some slides and talking at you. So what I was hoping to do, guys, is if everybody could I don't know if Nick will allow it, but I'm happy for everybody to turn on their microphones and to just have a chat, because I'm going to actually ask you guys a lot of questions and I would love a lot of feedback and a lot of reciprocation and some interactions. So the first question I wanted to ask everybody, just so that I've got a good idea of who I'm talking with, is obviously we're going to be talking a lot about CRM. So I need to understand like where you guys are at in terms of your knowledge when it comes to CRM. Nick, you might just want to mute Narelle. I think Narelle's just talking in the background. Yeah. So if guys, what's your experience with CRM? What have you used? Have you ever used a CRM? If not, then that's okay. But if yes, can you just tell me which ones you've tried and what sort of experience you've had in CRMs? So you could put it in the chat or just talk to me. Any CRM users out there?
Agile CRM.
Agile, yep. You still using it, Mike?
Yes, but I'm not very happy with it.
Yeah. You were saying before that you're trying to find one that's more user-friendly, right?
Yes.
Yep. Anyone else, guys? Outlook 365, not really a CRM. It's more just a email tool. FlowTrack, yep, cool.
I'm on Zoho CRM.
Zoho, Go High Level, HubSpot, Pipedrive. Help clients, cool.
Yeah, it's called, Nick, I use a called Less Annoying CRM out of the States. It's very basic, but I've used
What's it called, Gordon?
Less Annoying CRM.
Less Annoying CRM, cool.
Yep. Their backup support's fantastic.
Yep.
Just a phone call or an email away and they get back to you within about an hour most times.
Yeah, cool.
I've used 8 or 9 other CRMs and I find that particularly with some of the really good ones that work well.
Yep.
I can't use them because I don't have enough experience or I'm not technically minded.
Yep.
And consequently, I end up spending a lot more money trying to get people to do it for me than actually being able to use it myself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we hear that a lot. And we've got a few others. Click Slow, yep. So that's white label of Go High Level. Is anybody currently not happy with their CRM and are looking for other solutions? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yep. So Mike's looking. Anyone else looking? Because it seems like there's a few good CRMs out there that people are using. I mean, Zoho's great. Go High Level's great. Click Slow, HubSpot. Yep, cool. So guys, what I'll do, we've taken a very different approach to CRM. And so what's happening now is because of Go High Level, and has everybody heard of Go High Level by just show of hands? Everybody's heard of Go High Level? Just put in a yes or a no in the chat, just so I know how many people know what I'm talking about. So I'm about to talk Go High Level, all in one. Cool, cool. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So Go High Level really changed the way that CRMs, they really changed the CRM industry. So they came out like 3-4 years ago. We were one of the first ones to use Go High Level in Australia before we started building our own. But basically, Go High Level built the sort of affordable version of an all-in-one, right? So when it comes to all-in-one CRMs, we're talking about all the tools, all the essential business tools that you would need to run your business, right? So what is that? That's automations, it's forms, it's calendars, it's emails, it's SMS, it's, you know, reputation management, it's social media marketing, it's forms, it's database, it's all those things, right? And Go High Level came out and they really changed the game of how CRMs work. Now, the issue that we had with Go High Level was it was really hard to use, right? So, and we get this feedback a lot in terms of like, you know, people buying Go High Level, but not really being able to utilize it. And that's not just Go High Level. Like Mike talked about, you know, Agile, he couldn't get it to work. And, you know, a lot of people struggle with getting their CRMs to actually work. And it's probably because of one thing, is that most business owners are not tech savvy, right? They're great at making pizzas. They're great at being a florist. You know, they're great at coaching, but they're not tech people, right? So unless you've got a technology background or you're good with tech, just fundamentally, you just get it, you know? You can pick up any technology and it just works, right? Because that's how your brain works. And I'm like that. Like I can pick up any technology and make it work. A lot of business owners find it really, really hard to get the CRM that they really like. And I was one of those people as well. So I'll give you like a really brief history of how I used to work before Go High Level. So I used to have my website, which was on WordPress. I used to use Formaloo for my forms. I used to use Endorsal for my review management. I used to use ClickSend for my SMS. I had, what was my payment gateway? It was, not Samcart, the other one, Thrivecart, right? So I use Thrivecart for my payment systems. I use Calendly for my calendars. And so I had all these different tools, and that's just like a handful of all the other tools that I had. But I had all these tools, and obviously they didn't talk to each other, right? And that's the problem with having all of the different tools and all these different apps. Go High Level then came along, and it was literally one subscription, and you get all of these apps working together. The issue that we had, and we were on it for about 2 years before we started NexLvL, it was just really clunky. And we would have to do a lot of explaining to our customers that we were putting onto the platform, right? Now, agencies love Go High Level because they can white label it and sell it as their own, right, to their own customers. But we just did not like it. Like we didn't like it for ourselves, and we didn't like it for our customers, right? Because there was just way too much support that we needed to give for them to even just get it. So What we did, and I'll tell you how Go High Level's built it. Go High Level's built every app that they've got from the ground up, right? And that's why when you sort of look at Go High Level and you compare it to a dedicated app, it's never as good. So you look at Go High Level's like reputation manager, right? And you look at a proper reputation manager, it doesn't compare, right? You look at Go High Level's social media scheduler, and then you look at a proper social media scheduler, just doesn't compare. Desking, same thing, right? So how we've built NexLvL is very, very different to how Go High Level's been built. So let me go in and where are we? I'm just going to share my screen. And I hope I'm sharing the right one. So I believe that is the right one. Yep, cool. So how we've built it, guys, is we haven't done what Go High Level's done, okay? Go High Level has built everything from the ground up, right? That's why they've got like hundreds of developers and all of these overheads. What we've done is we've taken the world's best apps, right? The market leaders that are open source. Now, open source means that anyone can use it, put it into their tech stack, right? And code on top of it. So I'll show you some of the tools without giving away too much about what NexLvL is about and how we've built it. If you have a look at Chatwoot, right? People go, wow, your desking looks very similar to Chatwoot. Well, that's because it's built on the same code, right? So Chatwoot is one of the best desking apps in the world in terms of like competing with Zendesk, in terms of competing with like Intercom, right? The market leaders in the world, Chatwoot's right up there. Right. So rather than building our desking app from the ground up, we've just taken Chatwoot's code and we've made it our own. Right. So great desking. But obviously the way that we've built it into NexLvL, it works with all of our other apps. Right. So it's very different, but the actual skeleton is the same. Right. If you have a look at something like MailChimp or an email software, right? An email builder, right? MailChimp, Drip, you know, some of those like really popular ones out there, right? Be Free is our email editor, okay? So again, we haven't built this from the ground up, right? What we've done is we've taken Be Free and we've actually integrated it into NexLvL, right? So that you guys can use the best apps, right? And it's not broken. It just works, right? Our form builder, okay? Our form builder is built off form.io. So one of the best form builders on the planet, right? With people and businesses like Visa and Accenture, right? Big billion-dollar companies using the same form builder, right? Now, if you wanted to use this form builder in your business, the pricing is ridiculous, right? We're talking just for the base plan, it's $300 a month. Okay, just for the form builder, right? But we've integrated it because it's open source. We've integrated it into NexLvL. So you can see, like when you have a look at the form builder inside of NexLvL, it looks exactly like that because it's actually the same app. So in a nutshell, what we've done, guys, is we haven't built everything from the ground up. We've only built some things from the ground up. So very, very different ethos to NexLvL. Okay, Go High Level, right? Go High Level, everything is their own stuff, right? Built from the ground up. Ours is just all the best apps in the world, integrated it together, so that it works as one system, okay? So think of it like basically to run a business properly, okay? You're gonna need a few things. I'll go through it with you actually. So if you have a look at like the world's sort of the most popular brands, the most popular tools, right? You're going to need all of this stuff. You're going to need AI, right? Which I won't talk too much about tonight, but we've got a sick AI builder. But again, it's for bigger businesses. It's for enterprises that have lots of people on the database, that have lots of like hits to their website. That's when you should implement AI, right? Otherwise, it's going to cost too much, okay? Our AI is $400 a month, okay? But it's replacing literally hundreds of live chat agents, right? But you need a CRM. And what is a CRM? A CRM is pretty much like an Excel spreadsheet on steroids, right? It's the ability to segment your customers, see where they're at in the journey, and see what's happening across from a bird's eye view, right? Everything that they've ever done with your business, right? That's what a CRM is, right? So a CRM, obviously you're going to need something like Zoho, Keep, High Level, Thrive, all of that, okay? So we've got our own version of that CRM, and obviously it looks like that, okay? You're going to need automation. So what's automation? Automation is Pabbly, it's Zapier, right? It's the ability to go, okay, trigger and action, trigger and action. So when this happens, then I want something to be automated, right? So when a booking is made, when a form is filled out, when somebody purchases this item, okay? When a tag is added, okay? When I have a conversation and I move this person from one pipeline to another, they're triggers, and basically you want the trigger to then trigger off an action, right? And I'll talk more about automation in a second, but you're gonna need automation. So with us, you don't actually need Zapier because everything is already zapped, okay? So you can just go, you know what, when this happens in my software, I want that to happen, right? I want an email to go out. I want an SMS to go out. I want this to be updated, okay? SMS, I mean, I used to use ClickSend and SMS broadcast. A lot of people use other things, but you know, you're gonna need SMS, so a tool like Podium, all that sort of stuff. Forms is like the lifeblood of your business, guys, right? Forms is where the customer comes into your CRM, okay? It's when they fill out a newsletter subscription, when they purchase a product, okay? When they fill out a questionnaire, right? That's how people come in to your business, right? Is through an online form. But basically with forms, you've got forms, surveys, quizzes, and signatures, okay? So DocuSign, Typeform, Jotform, SurveyMonkey, all of those types of apps, it gets replaced by that one, with this one app, which is form.io, okay? Then what you've got is you've got inbox and desking and customer support. Again, for bigger businesses though, right? A lot of small businesses don't need desking unless you've got hundreds of inquiries coming in or you're running ads and you got hundreds of inquiries coming in, okay? Desking is more for big businesses. So don't worry too much about desking if you're a small business, okay? Email and marketing, I showed you that before. So email is obviously built off Be Free. And again, you don't need MailChimp. You don't need ActiveCampaign, Drip, Sendinblue. You don't need any of those email builders because we've integrated it in, okay? Tasks and pipelines. So what you want is you want to be able to see the customer journey, okay? But what you want is you want a pipeline that is connected to your calendar, that is connected to the CRM, to connected to tags, right? Connected to every other action that you could ever think about or want in your business. And by having an all-in-one with a pipeline that's connected, pre-zapped already, you can pretty much, anything you can dream that you want to happen in terms of automation in your business, you can do that, right? And the beautiful thing with having a pipeline that's connected with a CRM, that's connected with a calendar, is when you click on a task card or a prospect card, all of that information is already inside, okay? And it just makes it super simple. And then obviously calendars and bookings, and if you're taking sort of like, if you're a masseuse, if you're a tradie type business, or, you know, you're taking bookings, maybe you're a mechanic, those types of businesses, if you need to book business meetings, paid bookings, free bookings, okay? Really, really great to have calendars. But again, you want a calendar that is connected to everything, right? So that when you think, okay, when somebody books something, I want all of this other stuff to happen. I want emails to go out, right? I want them to have these tag. I want to update the pipeline. I want all of those things, right? Obviously, reputation management. So that's more for small businesses on Google Maps, Google My Business. Really, really important, right? Because basically, if you're a small business, most of your business is going to come from Google and Google Maps, right? So if you're relying on Google Maps and your Google My Business profile to generate leads, then reputation management is, you know, you need it, right? And so we've replaced Bird's Eye and Thrive and Podium, Cube, Endorsal, all those sort of businesses. And then the last one is websites and funnels, okay? Now, let me say something that's a little bit controversial, but I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you that WordPress is old technology, okay? If you're still trying to make WordPress work, yes, it was great like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, But the game has moved on, guys. But so many people are stuck with like this mentality of I need WordPress. WordPress is great because you own it, right? You own the actual website. Whereas if you build your website on something like NexLvL, then you're sort of stuck with NexLvL, right? If you build your website on ClickFunnels or Squarespace or Wix, you're stuck with Wix, right? But the great thing is it means that there's no developers, right? You don't need to call up your developer to change an image or to change a text on your website, because the best website builders now are all drag and drop, right? It's literally, if you can drag and drop and type, you should be able to use a very simple website builder, okay? And they're really the tools that make up NexLvL, right? And there's one more, which is a social media scheduler. But again, like social media scheduler is more like if it's a nice to have rather than just a must have, right? A must have is really automation and websites, okay? And obviously lead generation. But yeah, so social media is also really important, but again, it's not for everybody. Not everybody requires a social media presence, right? So in a nutshell, that's NexLvL, okay? Now, if you go in and you go into login, right, you're gonna see the tool and it looks it looks exactly like this. I'll show you, right? That's what you're gonna land on when it comes to NexLvL. Now, if you've used any other CRM, you will find that NexLvL is really easy to use. And I know this because I'm very good with CRM. I've actually tested and used a lot, right? And I've got a lot of customers that switch. So they switch from Keep, they switch from Monday, they switch from Go High Level, all these CRMs that they just can't get to work. The way that we've built it, you can see like it's a pretty large left-hand side menu, right? And I mean, I'm not going to be able to go through everything with you, but basically the way that we've built it is simplicity, right? It's like we've taken the ethos of Apple and gone, okay, we want a teenager to be able to pick it up and just use it. It's just logical, right? It's not overwhelming with so many menu options and whatnot. And so what you'll find is you've got a few things, right? So you got the AI employee, which is for bigger businesses. So I won't go through that. You got the mobile app builder, which allows you to drag and drop to build your own mobile application, right? Really, really cool stuff. Automations, which is Zapier. Calendars, which is the Calendly replacement. You got your dashboard, which basically shows you the health of your business, right? You got your database, which is all to do with, all of your customers, and then obviously who they are, what they've done in your business. And because the database is connected, whenever you update anything in one app, it updates everything in another app. Okay, so across your pipelines, across, your forms, across everything, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, guys, is to make it more relevant, I'm going to actually open it up and I'll show you the stuff that you're interested in, right? Show you the stuff that you're sort of struggling with and go, okay, what do I do when it comes to this part of the CRM? Or how should this work when it comes to my business? I think rather than just me showing you, all of these really cool apps, I think I'll try and make it more relevant for you guys. So what I'll do is I'll open it up, knowing what you know now about NexLvL. You've got pretty much every essential business app, right, that you need to run a business, okay? What do you guys need? What do you guys struggle with? What do you guys want to know more about? What's important to you?
Lead generation.
All right, lead generation, is that through your website? So lead generation is done through two things, right? It's either a website, so some sort of online landing page, or through a form, okay? So with a really good form builder, you can actually build a really good landing page. So with NexLvL, there's two ways to do it, okay? And if you've ever used something like Thrivecart or, you know, ClickFunnels or any other really good form builder or website funnel builder, you're going to realize there's two ways to build an online info/sales page/landing page, right? So let's say, for example, we just go, I'm selling something to do with LinkedIn, right? We do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn. And so, for example, LinkedIn lead gen, okay? So there's two ways to do it. You're going to either do it through a form builder, right? And a good form builder is going to allow you to build something like that, right? So when it comes to lead generation, okay, if somebody says to me, hey, I want to know more about this, you should be able to just send them a page, right? That looks something like that, okay? So that's a very simple way to utilize a form builder to build a landing page, right? But the beautiful thing with having that all-in-one is that you can use it to build that landing page really quickly, just drag and drop, right? But because the form builder is integrated with products, right? You can go and create products inside of NexLvL and drag and drop those products inside the form, get them to purchase it, and then it updates the CRM, right? It then uploads that person in your pipeline so that you can deal with that person, okay? So that's one way of doing lead gen, is through a form builder, right? And it's actually the best, the fastest, easiest way, right? So that's the front end of that form. The back end of that form looks like this, okay? And it's literally just taking elements, right? And dragging and dropping those elements in. So that thing there that you're looking at is just an image element. You're just dragging and dropping this image element into there like that, and then uploading an image, right? That's all it is. Now, the second way of doing lead generation, right, is through a website. And so with our websites, all you're doing is you're creating a new project and you're going, okay, do I want a landing page or do I want a website or /funnel? Okay. And this is why I'm going to just do test, right? This is why I said to you before that WordPress is old technology, right? Because with these new drag and drop builders like Wix, Squarespace, right? They're really, really good. Webflow is very complicated. So I wouldn't recommend Webflow unless you are a developer. But a drag and drop builder, this is how easy it is, guys, to get a website now, right? Is you just choose a template that you like, or you choose template blocks. Because if you really understand website development, all it is, it's just blocks. It's just, you've got like probably like 5 main elements, right? You got your hero image. That's what a hero image is, right? You got your features page, okay? You've got your numbers, and you've got numbers. You've got Q&A, right? You've got pricing. You've got testimonials and or team members, and then you've got a footer. And by dragging and dropping, right, these bones or these blocks, that's how you build a website. It's not that hard. And basically, like when you go and pay a website developer thousands of dollars, that's all they're doing, is they're taking a theme and they're building that theme out, and then they're putting your words and your images on top of that, right? But that's how easy it is to, I'll show you, I'll go back, right? So all you have to do is go through and pick a website and go, okay, cool, that website looks great. I'm happy with the bones of that website. And then you literally just import that template straight in, right? And so you look at that and you go, yep, that looks really, really good. And then boom, straight in. So if I were to actually go, right, so this one is for a mortgage broker. Okay. One sec. Back here. So the other way to do, because we're still talking about lead generation, obviously, but the other way to do lead gen is through websites and landing pages. Okay. But once you've got this particular asset, okay, so that's all it is, right? And then all you got to do is go in and change images, hover over the areas and change the text. But you're keeping the bones, right? You're keeping the bones of the website. And if you've got a little bit of technical skill when it comes to website development, you should be able to pump out a website, a one-page website like this. If you've already got all the elements like the text and the images, you should be able to pump that out in 2 full days of work, right? And you've got yourself a website. A one-pager. It's not going to be a huge 20-page website, but that's how easy it should be to develop a website now, okay? So when it comes to lead gen, right, you've got a few things. You've got your landing page or your online asset. Then you've got the form, okay, the form that goes in, or the chat widget that goes on that landing page, right? So whether that, in fact, let me go back. Let me show you this. So lead gen happens this way, guys. So see how I'm at the beginning of a automation flow, okay? And I'm going to show you the triggers that trigger off an automation, okay? Because this is really relevant to lead generation. So anytime something happens in your business, you should always have that as a trigger. So what is a trigger? A trigger is going to be, when it comes to lead gen, okay? A trigger is going to be a booking made, a form that's filled out, right? An item that is purchased. Somebody started a chat on a chat widget or left their details on a chat widget, okay? Somebody left their details on a form, okay? Any of those things should trigger off or bring that person into your CRM and trigger off some sort of automation, okay? That is lead gen 101 stuff. Hopefully it didn't go over your head. Was that valuable to you, Mike? Did that sort of make sense?
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Did you guys want to talk about anything else? Any other issues that you're struggling with? Anything you want to know about CRM? No question is off limits.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, go for it.
This is Ray across the ditch. In my Outlook program, I've got about 6,500 contacts.
Yes.
And I've got them categorized into country, what their role is, what their trade is. Can I transfer them into your system with all the data with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very, very easy to do. So basically, when you're importing people into the database, you got your database here, and then you just import a CSV file, and then you're just mapping all of your CSV headers with the fields in our CRM.
Yeah,
very simple.
All the notes that I've accumulated on them?
Yeah, notes, everything.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And look, honestly, Ray, any good CRM is going to do that, right? It's more about, like, any CRM that's worth its salt should be able to do that for you, right?
Okay, yeah.
Where we really add value, or where we're very different, is the usability, right? It's the logic that has been put in to building the UI and the UX that makes it different, right? It's that Apple experience that not only is it beautiful, but you can pick it up and just use it. It's not that hard. Obviously, There's always going to be a learning curve with any tech tool, right? Especially, like, there's different levels of technology users, but that's the difference. It's just easy,
Yeah, okay, I understand that. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much, Quan.
Cool. Any other questions, guys?
Oh, hi. Deep at the side from New Zealand.
Hey, Deep.
Yeah. I just have one question. Nowadays, SMS is very popular in marketing to customers. So, I mean, I tried using Go High Level, and like, we don't have the connection in the SMS space through. I can't remember something is not there in, like, the regulatory doesn't allow us to do SMS. So is there any option to use SMS from your
Yeah,
CRM
absolutely.
system?
So with us, and look, I still have a friend. I've got really good friends because I'm in the CRM space. I actually still have Go High Level, right? Although we have our own CRM, I've got people that are stuck on it and they can't move, right? But basically, with Go High Level, they've got Twilio,
Yeah,
and I don't know what else they've got now, but basically, because Twilio is really difficult to get your phone number, right? We've also got Twilio, but what we've done, so if you go into My SMS, right? So these are all the integrations that we have with NexLvL, right? So NexLvL is not an SMS gateway, right? It's a CRM. For SMS to work through a CRM, through all the automations, right? You need some sort of SMS gateway to power your SMS. So you can see we don't use Twilio because Twilio, especially for Australian businesses, right? It's a real pain in the bum, right? You got to like go through all of this like regulatory paperwork, and like if I had to go and get regulatory paperwork from all my customers just so they can send SMS in my system, I wouldn't get anything done, right? So yeah, we got Plivo. Plivo is really cheap. It's like 4 cents USD per text message, and it's really easy. Just go and apply, get your phone number, boom, you're in. Okay. What we're going to do very soon, though, is we are going to work on our own SMS gateway, which will make it super cheap to send SMS in Australia. Because SMS in Australia is really expensive, right? Like you look at my USA customers and my Australian customers, my USA customers pay 10 times less. So we're paying 6 cents Aussie per text message. My USA customers are paying 0.06 cents, right? It's literally 10 times less to send an SMS in America, but they've got all their other issues with 10DLC and all that. But you know, it is it's one of those things you got to be very careful of how you use SMS, especially like with our AI, right? Like some of our bigger customers, our AI model can text message you and have a conversation with you, right? But by the time it's done a conversation via text message, it's probably sent 10, 15 messages. So that's times 6 cents. So each customer that it's reaching out to, right? It's costing that business around 60 cents to $1. Right? And if they've got 1,000 customers, it's $1,000. Does that make sense? Now they can afford it because obviously it's bringing them leads and it's bringing them sales and bookings and whatnot. But yeah, you just got to be careful. But yeah, so there's SMS, email. So we've got SendGrid, Mailgun, AWS. AWS is so cheap, guys. You can send tens of thousands of emails, and it's literally just cents in the dollar. So really, really good for bigger businesses. Payments. You got your normal Stripe, PayPal. You got some of the other bigger companies as well, but we normally just go with Stripe and PayPal. And then you got your third-party tools. So third-party tools, you're still going to need something like Zapier. Okay. Any other apps or areas of CRM that's of interest? Would you like to know about pricing?
I just before that, Quan, I've had a couple of questions over the past couple of weeks about integrating with the likes of Google Mail or my Office 365 Mail, pulling that in and being able to communicate from within your CRM using email.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So basically, we've got an API integration directly with Gmail. So all you got to do is click. So if you're a Google Workspace user, right, or even if you have an @gmail.com, you can connect that into NexLvL and then pretty much do all of your email broadcast, email marketing through Google. Now with Outlook's really different. Outlook is a bugger to connect with, right? There's security protocols and They just make it really difficult. So we don't have Outlook integration yet. Okay. If you're an Outlook business user, you have to actually use one of our integrations, which is basically all you got to do is put in your domain, and then you can send emails from that domain, right? But we don't have Outlook the way that we've got Gmail. So Gmail works perfectly. Outlook is a real pain in the bum. Now, in saying that, Outlook Calendar is different, right? So Outlook Calendar is a different beast. So you can basically connect up a booker. So this is like more your calendars, right? And then connect up a calendar. And Outlook is fine, right? So you can connect up any calendar, whether it's Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar. That's different to actually sending email, right, from your Outlook. So, but yeah, that's actually one of the best features, is the ability for a small business, because with Gmail, you can send like 2,000 emails, 2,000 emails a day, right? And it's what, $8.40 Australian for Google Workspace. And you have your own business name and all of that. So yeah, it's very, very cheap to use Google. And obviously a lot of people already got Google Workspace and they can just connect it up. And what happens is once your inbox is connected, right, you're going to have all of your inboxes that show up here. So you could have as many Gmail inboxes as you want. You can see that's a Plivo inbox. That's my SMS. And you could have as many inboxes as you want and then choose what inbox the automation uses to send email, which is really, really cool, right? So for example, if I wanted to send this guy here an email, okay, when I go to send that email, all of the inboxes that are connected inside of NexLvL shows up there, and you're able to use that to then send that email. Same thing with automations. You're able to go in there and choose that email to then send the automation, okay? But guys, if you're not, number one, if you're not utilizing all-in-one CRM, right, it's time to upgrade your tech stack. I would highly advise you guys to stop doing what I used to do, right? Which is, having Calendly and then having MailChimp and then trying to use Excel spreadsheet, using Thrivecart over here, using, Jotforms over here, using some sort of talk to for a chat widget. And so you got all these different tech tools that just don't talk to each other, right? You got all these different subscriptions that you're paying for. You got individual subscriptions, which then start to add up, right? Find yourself a good CRM that's an all-in-one, because once you go all-in-one, you really won't go back, okay? And whether that's like some people said, I use Zoho, Go High Level, ClickSlow. I mean, ClickSlow is cheap, right? It's lifetime deal. But whatever you use, okay, I just highly recommend that you use it all in one, because the game has really changed. Like, I think the future of CRM is it's going to be all in one, right? Because the way that it's going, because you've got all of these apps that are just as good as the market leaders, right? And these apps are open source. So if you're smart enough, you can actually take open source apps that are just as good as any market leading app and basically integrate it into an all-in-one, okay? Yeah, so that's pretty much me done, mate, for tonight. Unless somebody else has got questions or whatever. We'll go through some pricing and then I'll show you.
Sorry, Quan, there's a couple of questions that have just dropped into chat here.
Yeah, go for it.
One of them was about accessibility. So for things like vision impairment and that side of things, how is it for accessibility?
I don't understand the question. If you're vision impaired.
So there are things like there's screen readers, which will so for vision impairment, there are screen readers that will actually sort of read the screen as voice to text.
Okay, I've never had that question, to be honest, so I don't know how to answer it. I can find out for you, but we've never had that question before. So
well, the only reason why it's come up is we've got Narelle on here. She is a accessibility consultant. She's been on the show before. Maybe I'll introduce you to her. She'll probably be able to explain that a whole lot better than I can.
Yeah, cool.
Because I wear glasses, but I'm sort of, haven't got that same level of impairment.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Look, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to find out the answer.
Yep.
But if there's a tool out there that reads the screen for you, then it should be pretty easy, right? You just highlight, and then maybe, there's a shortcut on a keyboard. You press that shortcut and it reads it out for you.
Sweet. I'll connect NexLvL to you, because she does a lot of that work with businesses over and corporations over here in Australia.
Gotcha.
What about, we've got one other here, which is that was from Mark, integrating, was it Now Site for work? I'm not sure what Now Site is. Are you still here, Mark?
Yeah, it's now, not now.ai. It's a search and content creating.
I've actually heard of Now Site. So this is Now Site, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Social media. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a separate tool. Commenting on posts, we've got our own tool for that. Posting on social media, we've got our own social media scheduler. So it's one of those things. You can use third-party tools, right? If you're really in love with some sort of third-party tool, then just continue using it. It just won't integrate, right, with your CRM. That's all it is. But a lot of social media is not really integrated all that much with CRM anyway. But yeah, if you're asking whether it's integrates, you would have to have a deeper conversation around what you want to integrate, right? So for example, we do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, right? How do we get people off LinkedIn into our CRM? Well, we talk to them on LinkedIn, and then when they show interest, we give them a website or a form to fill out, right? And so they'll ask for more info, and then they fill out a form. Once they submit that form, now they're in our CRM, right? Or when they ask for more information, we just show them our website. Yeah. And then once they log in to our website or they fill out a form on our website, then basically they're in our CRM. So that is taking people off, like even Facebook Messenger, right? If somebody, we get so many DMs from Facebook Messenger, and I just literally send them this, right? They go, okay, Quan, I'm really interested in the CRM. Can we have a chat, right? And so we just send them this. They go, yeah, not a problem. If you're interested, fill out, just book yourself into a meeting, right? So that's going off. Oops, sorry, I went off the wrong one. Copy meeting link. Why does it keep doing that? That's weird. Well, you know what it is. My developer's messing around with the anyway, so yeah, I just send them my booking calendar, right? And it pretty much like works, flawlessly. Right, and that's how you get them into the CRM. Sorry, I'm just testing a few things while I'm talking. Yeah. So does that hopefully make sense? Pretty much like we're doing a lot of business on social media, but it's all about CRM assets that we share on social media that gets them into the CRM, because as soon as they're in the CRM, all of our automations take over. And we don't have to think about it, right? They're automatically tagged. People go straight into our pipeline, right? They're in our CRM. They're getting our nurture sequences. Our people get notified to contact them. All that stuff just automatically happens. And it always starts with one of our CRM assets, whether that be a booking link or a form, chat widget, landing page, whatever.
Couple of other questions in the chat there. One from David asking, how does live support work? Is it 24 hours, and how quick are those?
Yeah, so I've just dropped this link. So basically there's two ways that we do support. You can go in and pretty much like ask any question you want in our Facebook group, and either me or one of my VAs will answer. If you opt in for one of our development plans where you're purchasing like 20-hour or 30-hour blocks of time where we build out your CRM for you, then you actually get personal access to me and we actually work together on building out your CRM. So in terms of support, we provide it where our clients are. So some of our clients really love LinkedIn messaging, right? Some of our clients just want to do email support. Some of our clients are happy to do, Facebook group, right? And so wherever our clients are comfortable, that's where we provide support for them. But most of the support happens here. And then obviously, if you're on one of our sort of support plans, then you actually get access to me directly and you can just DM me through Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn. So I'll drop this, guys, and you can join my Facebook group if you want to know a little bit more. I'll drop this in the chat. 1 second. And you can join that Facebook group, guys, if you want to talk to me afterwards. Jeff has asked, oh, there's a lot of questions coming through. All right. Let me go through some of these questions. Is that okay, Nick?
Yeah, perfect.
So Ray wants to see the pricing. So what we did, guys, we used to have pricing that only started at $99. But what happened was we had a lot of customers going, hey, can you like have a cheaper version with a lot less stuff in it, right? And so that's what we've done. So you've got the white label version. So the white label is for big businesses that want to white label our product and resell it, right? So these are for big agencies or big companies, franchises, people that want to white label NexLvL. And just to sort of give you an idea, we spent close to $2 million on building NexLvL, right? And about 3 years. And so white labeling basically means that all you're doing is you're taking over that $2 million build and you're fast tracking. Instead of spending $2 million to build a machine and 3 years of development, you're literally just taking it and going, okay, now that you've got all of this, I can just build my own product with it, right? That's what white label is. It's piggybacking off somebody else's work, right? It's the ability to take it, put your own logo on it, put your own domain, make it your own colors, go in and just change all of the, I'll show you, change all of the left-hand side menu and really make it your own. And that should answer Jeff's question because Jeff said, hey, can I white label and basically, I'll show you something. I'll show you something really cool, right? So we're working with a company called Tony Insurance, and basically they've white labeled NexLvL. And what they're doing is they're building a portal, right, where all of their customers, right, all of their referrers, accountants, lawyers, mortgage brokers can just log in. You can see their version of NexLvL looks very different, right? And we're building them a portal where it's like Australia first, right? Where a referrer can, an accountant, lawyer, mortgage broker can, with one click, refer their customers for life insurance, right? And they're taking NexLvL and they're building on top of that. And within like 4 weeks, they've got it, right? So what would have taken them years and millions of dollars to build, they've been able to do it in like a couple of months, right? And now they're ready for launch and they're going to launch this to their, to lawyers, accountants, mortgage brokers, right? And this is going to be huge for them. So we actually got 50% share in the business and we're building it out for them. And this thing will be worth millions, right? So that's what, hopefully that answers, I think it was Jeff's question. Yeah. So Jeff says, hey, can we resell to 5,000 members? So that's what you would do, right? Is you take in, you go to white label, and within white label, you've got everything like your own mobile app. See all of these, Jeff, all of those you can customize, right? With your own colors, branding, you can link any app on that left-hand side menu, right? Obviously you can put all your own logo and then boom, you've got a desktop app and a mobile app in a matter of hours, okay? So hopefully that answers. In terms of pricing, so let's go back. White labels $4.99 USD. Again, big businesses, agencies, you know, people that want to resell stuff, right? Small businesses, you've got a $39 USD plan, and that's for 3,000 contacts and 3 CRM users, right? And you've got everything except for the website builder, okay? If you want the website builder, it's $59 USD, and that's the 6,000 plans. So that's 6 CRM users and 6,000 contacts. You obviously get the website and funnel builder, as well as 6 website projects, as well as 6 hosting and SSL certificates. And then on and on. Okay, it goes from $59 to $99, and that's for 10,000 contacts and 10 users. Obviously, the website builder is included in that, and then just keeps going up and up and up. And then our model is you've got the CRM, and then you've got all of the add-ons, right? So you've got Google review generation software, you've got the mobile app builder, you've got the social media scheduler, you've got the AI agents, right? If you want to do stuff with LinkedIn, we've got like a LinkedIn CRM. You know, we've got like different services. So yeah, so that's pretty much like our pricing model is you've got the base CRM, and then if you want some extras, you've got add-ons. Let me go through some more questions here. Jeff Phil, cool. All right, so old ones asked, what are your thoughts on white label version of Go High Level like ClickSlow? ClickSlow is good because it's like $97 lifetime deal, right? But at the end of the day, if you pay, whether you pay $1 or $97 or $900, if you can't get it to work, then it's still a waste of money, right? But at least it's not burning a hole in your pocket. But yeah, ClickSlow and Go High Level is exactly the same. It's the same tool, it's just white labeled, right? It's basically like someone taking our tool and not changing it and just reselling it as their own. But ClickSlow is good because it's cheap, right? But you can't really improve high level. High level is what it is, right? You can build systems within it and sort of make it easy for somebody, but yeah, the system is the system, if that makes sense. And that's pretty much all the questions, I think.
One more snuck in there from Jeff. If you buy white label, do you need to buy add-ons for clients?
Yes, depends. There's some add-ons that will include, and there's other add-ons we don't include. So for example, we'll include the Google review generation software, and we'll include the mobile app builder, right? Because we have a license agreement with them that doesn't cost us anything for each extra license, right? But with some of our other tools, we actually have to pay a license for each new sort of account that we create. So there'll be definitely as much stuff that we can throw in, we'll throw it in, but there's other stuff that we just can't. But pretty much you get the core tool, yeah? But for example, our NexLvL social media scheduler, which is really cool, that is a licensing thing, right? You have to pay for each social media scheduler that you want to purchase for your customers.
Excellent.
But yeah, reach out to me, Jeff. Reach out to me personally. More than happy for you to just DM me or whatever.
So your Facebook is, oh, it's in the chat as well too.
Yes, I'll put my Facebook in the chat as well. And this is really cool, guys. This is something that nobody else is doing that we've just launched. And this is what we call, I mean, everyone's maybe heard of fractional CMO, right? But it's like fractional CMO for what? Like it's just up in the air. Whereas our fractional CMO model is me building your CRM. So we're trying to solve the biggest problem that people face when it comes to CRM, which is building it and making it work for your business. So having a custom built CRM that works for your business, right? And so what we've realized is you can sell somebody the best tech tool, but if they don't have the knowledge or the tech background to build it, then it's just another subscription, right? That they're going to cancel 3 months down the track because they're not using it. So what we've come up with is a model, which is really cool. So all we're doing is we're charging you $15 USD an hour to build your CRM, right? And so, yeah, you can read through this, but basically how it works is I place myself in the business as like their CRM expert and chief marketing officer, right? And we have meetings to discuss like what you need build out in your business, right? I don't do the work because if I did the work, you wouldn't be able to afford me, right? So what we've got is we've got our team that works for you at $15 USD an hour, right? They're our VAs, fully trained on NexLvL. They know everything, how to build the CRM, right? So I project manage, you delegate the tasks, right? Our VAs work. And all you're doing is you're buying blocks of time at $15 USD, right? You get access to all of our VAs and you get access to your own project management portal where you can delegate your tasks, and then all of the tasks get tracked and managed as well as timed, right? And then all you're doing is you're just choosing how many hours do I need, right? Do I need 20 hours a month, 30 hours a month, 40 hours a month? And so you can watch that video on the website. These are all the tasks that we can do, right? Automations and workflows, setting up your live chat widget, building out your booking and calendar system, installing pixels on your website, writing email nurture sequences, website funnel development, social media management, Zapier API connections with third-party tools. There was a lady in here that worked with tradies. So we do a lot of development with like ServiceMate and what's the other big one? SimPro, right? And ServiceMate. And so if you got like a third-party tool that you use, which is like a doctor's tool or a specific tool, we do API and Zapier integrations, building review collection systems, graphic design work, database stuff, all of that stuff, right, that you see here, we can do. And then all you're doing is you're going, okay, cool. Do I want 20 hours a month, 30 hours a month, or 40 hours a month? Okay. And basically we just go to work. And I haven't seen anybody do this, not in the CRM world. Like if you go to Zoho, Go High Level, HubSpot, like none of the CRM companies offer this, right? They want to sell you tools and that's it. And honestly, I know why, because it's a massive headache, right? Like when you start providing services, you're taking on a different business model, right, than just selling software. But yeah, and a lot of businesses that we work with, guys, they literally subscribe for like 2-3 months and their entire CRM is built. So most small businesses, they'll subscribe to this plan, which is $300 USD. They'll work with us for a couple of months and we've got everything. We've got their website, we've got their forms on the website, we've got their automations, email nurture sequence, we've got their booking pages, we've got all their products, and their entire business is systemized within those 2 months, right? And then you don't have to keep subscribing, right? So what they do is they subscribe for 2 months, we do everything, and then once it's all automated, everything works, they stop subscribing, and they've got a CRM that works. They don't even really need to know how to use it all that much because everything is automated, and that's most small businesses. You only need 40 hours with an expert because most small businesses, all it is, it's a form, it's a chat widget, it's a couple of booking links, maybe a few landing pages and automations behind that. That's pretty much 40, 50 hours of work. And
excellent.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that's probably about all we've got time for at the moment.
That's all right.
So yeah, really appreciate you coming on to walk us through the CRM. It's an incredible project. Not quite sure when you sleep, but there's obviously a heap of work that's gone into it. And having been across so many CRMs as well, the thing I like about it is you really sort of thought about the problem with CRMs and the usability of it all. So it's awesome. So I appreciate you coming on.
Not a problem.
And if anyone's got any questions or does want to touch base with Quan, his Facebook link is in the chat. Obviously, you can go to the website, which is NexLvL.ai, and you'll see them all over social media as well too. So if you do want to get in touch, find out more, definitely reach out. Now, we do have a door prize for tonight as well, so don't go just yet. You'll want to stick around for this here. What is the door prize, Quan?
Okay, door prize is a free subscription to our base plan. So our 3,000 contact plan, which is this one here. So the lucky winner, I'll give them like a code where they can get it for free, and that's worth $39 USD per month. And I'll throw in the $99 setup fee as well.
Excellent. Anyone sort of keen on grabbing hold of that?
So that's this one here, guys. I'm going to give you, one sec, wrong page. That is this plan here. I'm going to give you this one here, $39 USD a month and $99 setup.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, we've got our special way of drawing this. If you can just unshare there, and we'll bring up our wheel of names. And everybody, their name is in our wheel of names. And so if anyone's disappeared and they happen to be the winner, well, we get a second chance draw. So you actually have to be in the room to win this. All right, can you unshare there, Quan? And we'll bring up our share screen here. Whoop, you're right. You're on mute there at the moment. JM, can you just be able to share now? All right, here we go. All right, so here's our wheel of names. Everyone's name is in there. So let's spin the wheel, see who the lucky winner is of that base level plan for NexLvL. It's coming around, dropping in, and lucky winner is Mark. You still here, Mark?
Yeah, thank you.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Nick, Quan.
Why don't we'll connect you up with Quan. Well, both of you will connect you up by email tomorrow, and then you can organise to get that code and to take the next level for a run. So
awesome.
Well done.
Yeah, just do an email intro or a Facebook Messenger intro, whatever, however you want to do it, Nick. And then I'll give Mark a sign up page as well as some codes so that he doesn't have to pay anything.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I reached out to you on LinkedIn actually, Quan, too.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Appreciate
Excellent.
it.
Thank you.
Fabulous. All right, well, look, that is our show for tonight. If you enjoyed this, it will be up on the YouTube channel, SmashGo YouTube channel tomorrow. If you know other people that you think would benefit from viewing this as well, feel free to share the link with them or share the channel with them. And the link for the YouTube channel, it's in chat now at the moment. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, Business Owners Smashing Online, come and join that. And there's also a link in chat for Quan's NexLvL Facebook group as well too. Now's a good time to save the chat. So you've got all of those links in there. To save the chat, there are 3 little dots on the top right-hand side or down the bottom, depending on what Zoom version you're on there. So once again, thanks, Quan, for coming on and sharing your time with us tonight, your expertise. Thanks, everyone, for coming along, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Have a great night.